Alright, so here we go with a bit of A-class action. I'm in the Lotus Exige again. I'm absolutely loving this car. This car is so good in this class. So let's see what we can do as we go into the first corner of the tricky Rio reverse circuit. This is the full circuit, I think. And we're going to come into the first corner here. I'm going to stick to the inside, and look at that. We've got guys all over the place once again. I'm just going to creep round the inside, and hopefully, I've been hit there, but we're through without being spun out, and that's very good news. And we're through into 6th place. If you can get through that first corner, and get away from the pack, then you'll probably be alright. And that car, I thought he was going to hit me there, but it actually managed to just about get away from him. So we've got 2 laps to try and do something, and first place is only just ahead of us as we go uphill into the tricky section here. Okay, as we come into the very sharp left-hander here, the Volvo has just wiped everyone out, and I've been struck. Look at that, and I'm facing the wrong way, and I've been hit all over the place. I'm going to ghost here, and the whole pack is going to catch me up. I'm going to stay as a ghost, and look at this, I'm going through the middle of that car. Oh my god, look at that. I've somehow just gone through all of those guys, managed to stay as a ghost and get through about 7 people there. So I've managed to actually salvage this race, I think. Rather than being stuck in the middle of the pack with all those guys, I managed to get through the trouble. And now it looks like we can, if I can get past this car, we can try and catch up with the guys in first. And there we go, we've got past the Mercedes. So let's go about reeling in the top 4 places here as we come downhill towards the end of the track now. So into the tricky left-hander. This car does handle very nice, it's got very good brakes. I'm a bit wide, but that doesn't matter too much. We've got the BAC mono behind us. So coming out of the tunnel, heading downhill into the final section, a narrow left-hander here, and the BAC mono's just lost it all by himself as we come through. The left-hander take the curb and strike the wall, slow me down a little bit, but we're still going, and we're in 5th place out of 19. Someone's left the game. So going through the second to last corner, going into the last corner. This can be taken flat out in this car if you get it right. Look at that, getting so close to that tyre wall on the inside. Okay, lap 2 out of 2. I've got to make it happen now if I want to do anything. So catching up with a guy in 4th here, and you can see how much later on the brakes I am compared to him. He's in his Ferrari 360, I believe. So getting a nice line. I can take this second corner flat out. And as we come into the tricky section here, I like to go over the curb on the right hand side, which gives you a better entry into this one. Take the curb again, and you can straight line that as much as you can. And this corner as well, go over to the left, go over this, and then you can take quite a long wide entry and keep your speed up going uphill. So again, coming up into the left-hander, this one's pretty tricky and it's hard to judge your braking point. I'm just going to be quite careful here, make sure I don't go into the back of the Ferrari. And I managed to get through just about, but we're through regardless, and we are setting our sights on the podium now. So this is the Volvo who smashed everyone off at the hairpin halfway round lap 1. So hopefully he doesn't do the same to me if I get past him. So looking very close. Look at this, we've got less than half a lap left, and the top 4, or the top 5 should I say, we're separated by only about 10 car lengths, if that. And the Lotus Exige has been shuffled down the deck there. Look at that, the Volvo pushing him out wide, but he's going to get the line again, and I'm going to go up his inside, the Volvo. Look at this, going into the left-hander, and he's going to hang it around the outside. I'm going to give him room, I'm not going to go into him. Be respectful of his space as well as mine, and let's see what we can do. Coming out of the tunnel, he gets a bit sideways, so do I actually, and we're going to see if we can get alongside here. But he's actually got quite a decent amount of speed. But hopefully I can get on the brakes, because this car is good on the brakes, but I'm going to play it safe. Look at that, and he's braked too late. Yeah, so that's the Volvo out, and now I've got the Lotus Exige for company. Let's see what I can do around the outside. Going into the long right-hander here, I'm going to try and hang around the outside, and I've managed to do it. Look at this, and I've just about got enough room to get around the whole outside of him. But it looks like first place is a bit too far away, getting so close to that tyre wall once again, and the wall on the outside. But look at that, we finished second. So at one point there on the first lap I was pretty much backwards and it didn't look very good at all, but when I went through those cars as a ghost, that pretty much saved the whole race. Okay, so that's going to be the gameplay for today, and now I'm going to move on very quickly to the car tunes. So I mentioned in my previous video that I'd be making a spreadsheet for all of the best cars to use for each class, and that is what you're seeing right here. So let's go through a quick explanation. So what you're going to see here is all of the car tunes and all of the best cars for each class and for each track. So if we look at this section here, so this is C class, this area here, and these cars at the top on this red band that you can see at the top here, these are the cars that I say are best to use overall. So they're not for any specific track, but they're good on most tracks. So for example, the 1969 Pontiac Firebird in C class, the tune is by RPM Swerve, and then these little letters here are shown up here. So H means handling, S means stability, A means acceleration, T is top speed, and B is braking. So I'm going to note down next to each car what is so good about that car, and you can decide for yourself which one you want to use based off of that information. So you can see that a lot of it is empty at the moment. I'm going to try and populate this graph or this table as much as I can as I play the game. I stick to A and S class most of the time, so I'm going to populate those the most. As you can see, I've got quite a few in there at the moment, but I'm going to add more as time goes on. Now this is where you lot come in. I've added another tab here at the bottom, so your suggestions, and what you can do is type in the car and the tune and the track that is good on, and then I will check it out, and then if it's good I'll give you credit for it, and I'll probably mention it in a future video. So if you have any good cars that you know are quick in a specific class on a specific track, then note that down in here and I'll probably give it a go at some point. So this spreadsheet here, this your suggestions tab, can be edited, and yeah, so get yourselves involved in that, and I'll try and check out some of your tunes. So back to this original page. So again, I haven't populated it as much as I'd like to, but I haven't tried every track with every car yet. I'm still playing the game at the moment, and I'll fill it in when I can. If you highlight some of the cells, I've got little notes here about extra information about the tune. So this one here is the Ferrari 360. The tune's by myself, so I've put here very stiff but very stable, good all-rounder. So you can look at that, and it gives you a little bit more information about why you should use that car, or the strengths and weaknesses of that car. Also, there are some tunes, let me find an example. Okay, here's a good example. The Caterham Superlight R500 around Yas Marina is a very good car, and on the tune's by VPR Relades. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but anyway, I've put in the notes tune name A700 Beast, because sometimes you'll search for that guy's tune and there'll be more than one, so the name of it is there and you can find it quite easily. So to find a tune, I've noted it up here. So to get a tune, go to the Get Tunes tab, press search on the controller, and then what you can do, let's scroll to the left quickly. So what you can do there is type the creator's name, which is in this column, and then filter by the class that you want to tune for. Press search, and then the tunes by that person should come up, and then you can obviously download it from there. So get yourself involved on this spreadsheet. I'll check out some of your suggestions as well, and I'll update this as and when I feel necessary, as and when I try out certain cars on certain tracks. So I hope this helps you out. So it's just a quick reference for what cars you can use for each track to be competitive. So that's going to be the end of this video, guys. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I hope you find this spreadsheet useful. And if you've not subscribed already, then do so, and hit the like button if you like this video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.